Hello, my name is Anthony Aviano Compagnone, and this is my first video that I'm going to be making and showing to everybody, perhaps the world. I am a, I'm a 5th degree black belt in Chinese Dragon Kempo, but I'm also a 1st degree black sash in Korean Kung Fu. The reason I'm making all of these videos is because as I'm a Jewish Italian from New York, I've been seeing a lot of anti-Semitism occurring in the world, and I would really like to help my Jewish brothers and sisters not to be afraid when they go outside to express themselves as a Jewish individual, and to teach them perhaps a little bit of self-defense. All of my training took place in New York, in the Bronx. I first started studying different forms of Kempo. One of them was actually American Kempo by Ed Parker. And then I slowly changed to Chinese Kempo, which was also offered in the Bronx. First of all, I want to tell you as well that these videos that I'm making are going to be completely raw, and there will be no editing. So when I make mistakes, you're going to see the mistakes that I make. I don't have the time to do a lot of editing. By profession, I'm a pediatric bilingual speech and language pathologist, which means I work with very small children from birth to 3 in the Hispanic community. Y yo hablo español también. And I help children with autism, Down syndrome, spinal bifida, children that are literally missing their corpus callosum, all types of learning disabilities. And I've been doing that for 35 years. And the reason why why I became a martial artist, because when I was working in the Bronx many, many years ago, I thought to myself, listen, Anthony, there's a good possibility that you just might get your ass kicked. And you better learn how to fight and defend yourself, because in the Bronx, it can be a bit difficult at times. So learning how to defend myself and how to fight was something very important for me when I was there. I studied many different martial arts. One of them was Korean Kung Fu. And I know many of you out there saying, there's no such thing as Korean Kung Fu, but there is. It's called Shipalgi or Sipalki. And it's a martial art that originated in China, but it slowly emigrated to South Korea. And I still practice to this day, although everything I do is on my own. When you practice your martial art, most likely, most of the time, it's all going to be on your own. And you just have to do it by yourself, unless you get a training partner. My training partner is right here. This is my heavy bag. This is a target. I'm going to get some more targets as well to go around my heavy bag so I can hit it as hard as I can. When you practice your martial arts, you want to be able to strike your heavy bag as hard as you possibly can, because when you go into a confrontation, you need to strike as hard as you can to that individual that's attacking you. And that's what we're going to learn little by little as I make these videos together. We can share this together. The other form of martial arts that I learned was Chinese Kempo. The reason that I call it Chinese Dragon Kempo is because I was born in 1964. I'm 61 years old right now. So I was born in the year of the dragon, and I love the dragon energies that spin around. They go up and they go around all the time. So I call it Chinese Dragon Kempo. Now, I know that there are other systems out there that are referred to as Chinese Dragon Kempo as well. But this system that I'll be teaching has a lot of Kung Fu into it. A lot of circular motions, bigger circular motions. Kempo's motions that are circular tend to be a little bit smaller. But in the Kung Fu, I'll show you some of the bigger circular motions that we have. All of the strikes, the blocks, the kicks, primarily are all Kung Fu. There are some that are also Kempo in nature, but I will refer to them as certain types of strikes that will have names that are primarily Kung Fu in nature. If you look around, you might see some of the things that I have as well. I don't think you can see you can see some of the materials I have in the back here. I also, when you practice your Kung Fu or your martial arts, you can do other things as well. For example, I do a lot of lifting, I do a lot of strength training to maintain my body, my mind, my spirit. I do a lot of stretching. I've done a lot of yoga, a lot of breath work. And if you go online, you will also see that I am a spiritual teacher and I'm also a channel, which I opened up about 10 years ago. You can see me at www.bluesoearth.com and you'll see me working as a channel as well. My wife and I run this business called Blue Soul Earth, and we have a lot of people around the United States and some in Europe and different countries that attend our seminars, our online classes. That's just something else that you should know about me. So I am a speech and language pathologist. I am a channeler, a spiritual teacher, but in these videos, I am a martial artist. Now, when we continue on this journey, I will teach you all of the different strikes and the sets that we're going to practice together. There are punching sets, blocking sets, elbow sets, knee sets, kicking sets, and there are a lot of self-defense techniques that I wish to show you. When you get into some type of altercation, God forbid. When I was in the Bronx, I never had to use any of my self-defense, any of my Kempo or Kung Fu. And the reason why is that I would always avoid any type of conflict. The best way to defend yourself is to avoid any conflict whatsoever. If you cannot avoid it, then you must defend yourself and those that are around you. Oftentimes in self-defense, you see that you have to defend yourself against something that's coming at you. A lot of times I will say this: if you can take a preemptive strike before the individual strikes you, do it. Do unto him before he does unto you. Because oftentimes, if you have to wait for someone to do a roundhouse punch, to jab you, to kick you, whatever it is, then you have to be on the defense. Go directly on the offense and strike someone as hard as you possibly can and end it. When I also lived in New York, I practiced a form of karate called Ishin-ryu, one spirit road, one spirit path. And their philosophy was one strike, one kill. That's all it takes. In American Kempo, it's often many different strikes occurring in sequence. That too is okay. Each system is different. I speak about 5 different languages. What one grammar applies to one language does not necessarily apply to another language. And you will see that in martial arts. Rules that apply to one language does not apply to another. Rules that apply to one martial art does not apply to another. There is no martial art that is better than the other, only the fighter, okay? And you can see that in MMA fighting all the time. It is the fighter who is better, not the martial art itself. And if you learn multiple martial arts, it's okay. You have to compartmentalize them, separate them, and then you bring them together. You never have to take one away from the other in order to learn. You can learn multiple things simultaneously. We will speak about energy. We will speak about martial arts and martial life and how to live this way. It's a difficult life because you're always practicing your martial art. You're always perfecting it. When you perfect your martial art as best as you possibly can, you perfect yourself as a human being. You perfect this, the spirit of who you are. And you live that way and you breathe that way. And it makes you a better human being. It keeps you nice and grounded into this earth realm. And speaking of being grounded, we will also go over all different types of stances that you will take as a martial artist. Okay? These come from all different animal forms that were observed thousands of years ago, and they're still within our martial arts. I may be able to teach you some forms depending on the amount of space that I have. In my garage, I have a huge space, big enough to do that, but I need enough room to be able to film all of this. I see my time running out. I only have 15 minutes according to YouTube. So if I go beyond that, they will not allow me to upload this video until there's a certain, I believe it's called an algorithm that allows you to do videos that are longer, and then you have to get verified to be able to do longer videos. So suffice to say, this is it. I see my time running out right now. It's almost been 15 minutes. So again, my name is Anthony Aviano Compagnone. You can reach me at aacomp123@gmail.com. You'll see it in the underneath all of the information there. And it is an honor and privilege to be here with all of you. I will give you a salute. This is the Kempo salute. And thank you for being with me. I enjoy this video, and I will come to you in further videos. Peace be with you, and Shalom.